Yeah, they're talking to nothing. Hello, and welcome back to the grind. Here I am. It's another week, mostly, and I did say I was to be done with this, but it was too cold outside. So, anyhow, I think I've got just about everything I can possibly do on it for now, even right down to the badge, right? So, the did a bunch of work all over on the inside here, like these little plastic inserts here for the door. I printed them on a 3D printer, which I have a 3D printer there, which we'll see what's going on with that. That thing there for the cup holder in the middle instead of an ashtray, and over there, there's where the radio used to be. I put in like a little cubby hole here there made out of plastic. Even fixed up the dashboard thing there. What do you call that? The glove box. Made it so that it's got a handle on it and a lock on it, which I stole out of the Volkswagen van. Don't tell anybody. Fits exactly the same. Whoops. Then, was last week the new seal underneath the window? Yeah, I think so. And then all the lettering for the car is on. I think that was last week on there too. So, and hubcaps. I finished the last two hubcaps and stuff like that. So, whatever else I was left hanging last week got done this week, and that's sort of it for this week, except for a little bit of excitement today. I went out to went to the big world, and what's that hidden in behind there? I think that's a 2003 Mini Cooper that sort of was in my budget, and that's the first year they made those cars right there. So that's, it's a PEI car, so it's got a little bit of rust here and there. I'll see. It'll be a little while before we do anything on this car, but it seems to be mostly here. These bits here that are not on there, they're inside the car, new ones. So we'll get that. That'll be happening. Anyhow, stick around. You'll see it all. See what I did, and hopefully the weather will improve now soon, and I'll be able to get back at like this for one thing, and the Volkswagen van, I'll be able to get that in here. I think it's supposed to be warm. Well, it's nice out now, so it's supposed to be warm tomorrow, but raining, and nice for next week. Reasonably nice. A couple of cold days, but the one day it looks like it's going to be maybe 10 degrees centigrade, so that's like 40, 43 or 44 degrees in America, which is warm up here. Nice. I can look forward to that. Anyway, stick around. You'll see everything that went on, and do enjoy it, and like it, and subscribe to it, and carry on. Have fun. Bye. Thanks for now. Yeah, hello. Welcome back to the grind again. Now, might get another episode out of this, just a short one with some, finishing touches. The car isn't gonna leave the garage unless this is in it. And I went and here, I gotta get these out of here. So I printed up. There's the little bushings that were in it. There was only 3 as opposed to being required 4. So I printed these up. Now they're tight fit into here, as you can see that one right there. A tight fit in there. So, and I'll see if I can put them on the lathe and get them drilled out to a good fit on the shaft part in there, which is right down in the little red thing in there. There's a couple of shafts. So I'll see if I can get that back together. Then I was going to talk about printing up these little things to go in those holes there, which I will do, because that'll make it a kind of a finished look in there. Yeah, so that little bushing there now fits on it. So what I had to do is just stick it in here. I'll show you on the next one. But I stuck it in there, then I took every drill size and stepped it up just that much on every drill size. Otherwise it would chew right through and wreck it. So take one drill at a time and just be patient, and then I was holding on. There's the last one right there, which is in this thing here. It's a I don't know what size that is. Hang on. 25 something or others. 25/64. What is that in millimeters? Don't know. But I can just measure it and just see. It's around 10 millimeters, which is around what that shaft is. So it's got to be just slightly bigger than 10 to make the make it through there. Okay, I'll show you what's happening here on the next one. Yeah, there I've run the first drill through this one. Now I'll move it up to this size here, and I might get you set up so you can see what I'm doing. Hang on a second. Hang on till I get you all zoomed in here, right? See if that is anywhere near where I want to be pointing. Right about there, hey? Bit that way. Okay, so then I have to take the next size drill up. Now I put this little clamp on here just to hold it, but it's sort of a two-handed operation. And you got to go real slow and patient with it, because otherwise it'll just twist it around on you. Like that. There's that one through. Yeah, there it is, little tiny thing. And it's got to be about 12 millimeters long. So I just sand that off on the sander over there. Anyway, I'll carry on. Yeah, there's 4 new bushings in there. Now I wonder if they'll fit on the shafts or not. We'll find out pretty quick here. I'll give it a try. Yeah, so there it is back in there. And I ended up using 3 of the old bushings, which were actually all right, and then put new one in, because the new one's a little bit tighter. And then it's still sloppy, like didn't make any much difference, a little bit of difference, not much. And so that's in the rear end of it, which is difficult to get to. And eventually, like I checked one time the clutch plate, I was up there and I measured the clutch plate, and eventually it's going to need a new clutch. So at that time it'll get all that stuff redone, and it'll be a happy system then, perhaps. We'll see. Yeah, so here's the locking mechanism out of the Volkswagen van, right? See if it'll work in there. Yeah, what do you know? Volkswagen parts fit everywhere. So this is the door latch from the Volkswagen van, right? And it works perfect. So if you need a new thing, get one from a Volkswagen van. Anyway, I cleaned it up and did some vacuuming. That's still the, what do you call that, defrost hose there that I haven't hooked up yet, but you know, can't do everything at once. The gear shift's all back together. I don't know how many gears I can get, but I'd like to get out on the highway so I can find that out. And So there. Don't know that there's anything more I can do until I get some more bits that well, I'll clean this off and bring that back down to a rough finish or a dull finish, flat black. But I'm not going to do that right away. And then the otherwise, yeah, there it is. And I'll get some paint and paint that. Like I think it's the colors are supposed to be. There's supposed to be color in here, and some of those things are colored. I think it's a mirror image of the real thing, but I don't know for sure. But everything else seems to be all set to go. There you have it. 1979 Porsche 924. Now, if I can get it on the road, I'd like to take it for a good road trip. Anyway, later. Yeah, so there's the door cover thing for the handle of the door interior. And this was on the Thingiverse. It's got pretty well exactly the same. This is on there listed under Volkswagen, the Polo. So now I made two so that they're matching. Here's the other one coming. This one here is an hour and a half. Just cook it up. You see all those little in the middle there looks like little tubes going. That's how they support, how the machine supports the roof. It pinch it like this. So like that side, and then everything else gets supported so that it looks good. There you go. More on the 3D printer, right? Yeah, look at that 3D printer, and it just fits in there perfectly. It'll just pop out of there like that. I'll paint them up and put them in. Then I also printed off a couple other things. The clip for the sun visor, and this is just a test thing for in the whatever you call that, defroster vents. Okay, so I'll paint these up, then I'll leave them for a while, and then I'll put them in. Yeah, here we are now. This is this door here done. This door here, that door there, and see, I just used those little button nuts to put it in there. Now, and then up here, you see that? That's the hooky thing for the hooky thing for the wind, the whatever you call that thing, the sun visor. That side there has one. This side here didn't have one, but it does now. I might make another one just to make the same. Then I did see also on the, I saw these things on the Thingiverse. Anybody wants to print those things off, they can do that. And these door handles, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, these door handle things, these things here were underneath in the Volkswagen department. I'll put a link, I'll put that up on my Dropbox and put a link to it so that you can go and have go and get it if you want it. That makes it easy. It's quite handy to have that stuff there on the Thingiverse, hey? Anyway, there you go. Yeah, there's the ugly old ashtray, right? And there's the replacement for it right there. Cup holder and, you know, something to catch all that stuff that you really should throw out. But that's what'll go in the ashtray thing. Let it dry and I'll be back for it. Yeah, there it is. That fits in there kind of nice. No trouble. Now you can see the doggy's been helping me out here with the cleaning. Got nice red feet from the floor here. Anyway, now I'm working on that thing over here. This is sort of a test to see if it's the right size. Whoops, where am I at? Yeah, I think it's pretty close to the right size. So that would be, I'm making a box to go in here.
That'll just fit in there. Now this thing here, I'll just take it and put some double-sided tape on the edges there to hold it down. But I'll do that tomorrow. Anyhow, and then this is the right size, so I'll make a box to fit in there somehow. We'll see what happens. Yeah, today I spend most of the day indoors. Now, I built a box, right? And this box here, I had intended for it to have an open top on it, or this end have an open top, so you could put stuff inside there. But somehow it was making, the machine was making these, then these, then these. And then finally I got it figured out how to make it so it made none of that. And here it is. I hope it's going to be the way I want it in the end. We'll see. And all those like little trees on the outside there, they're support for there's going to be an overhang there. I hope. We'll see how it works out. And then that will go into the dash where the radio used to be, and I can use it for, you know, throwing my telephone in there or whatever you do with one of those little cubby holes. Just be a cubby hole in there instead of a radio. It'd be a radio delete and a cubby hole. Well, anyhow, working away, 3Ding away. Seems to work. Once you figure out all the different commands, you got to know the what the little buttons mean. So that's there's a fill button on the splicer program. So you turn the fill to 0, and then it doesn't make this crosshatch stuff. Makes it so that it's without a fill. Anyhow, we'll carry on. Yeah, Buster the garage dog. He's out here today. No, not much happening, but I did print that up on the 3D printer. That fits right in there, and that's like big enough to, let me see. Let me just see. You know, stick your phone in there so it stays out of the way, and whatever else you want to put in there, a little cubby hole, that'll work. Anyhow, I'll paint that up, put it in, and just see how it looks. Yeah, there, that's, excuse me, that's in. That there is in. Over there is on. Over there is on. I think this thing here will fit in the Volkswagen van where the ashtray used to be. I'm going to go and check it out. Just see. Anyhow, that's all for now. Yeah, it comes close to fitting, but just a little bit wider and a little bit shorter or something. A little bit, yeah, wider towards, got to be wider this way and shorter this way. And then this thing here is pretty near exactly it, except it's about 1 millimeter either way. So I've got to just cut down the size a tiny bit to make it fit in there. And that'll finish that off and make it look good. And then I've just got to put the glove box in again and figure out a latch for it, seeing as I screwed up the latch. Anyhow, that's bus information for you today, hey? Yeah, so I printed up one more of these, right? This is for the spare tire, and then I printed up 2 more of these. One's for Ron and one's for me. Anyway, I'm going to paint the base coat on them. Then I've got some paint coming that I might be able to make them look good. We'll see. Yeah, there. Just let them dry up for a while and see what they look like. Yeah, I picked up a roll of this stuff here, which is, you know, fake carbon fiber. And then stuck it on there. I don't know, is that tacky? Yeah, pretty tacky, but I might just leave it there because that'll keep that sill from getting all scratched up. Anyhow, it doesn't look too bad. The light shines on it. It's kind of hard to see it. I don't know if there's an outer coat on that, and I'm trying to figure that out. So I'll cut a piece for the other side. Yeah, there's a better look at it without all the lights, bright lights shining on it. On the driver's side. Now I just did it back to here because that's the original tag, 0279. February 79 it was built, this car. And that, all those numbers there will tell you that same thing. VIN numbers. That's pretty good. Okay. That's done deal. Yeah, so I didn't show you any of this. Like, there's the finished product underneath there. This carpeting here, is right. There's some stuff underneath here that's pushing up on it, so I can likely fix a bit of that. Well, I can likely vacuum a bit of that. But you see here, I'll take the heat gun and see if I can straighten that out. And then put the spare tire back in and see how it looks. Yeah, most of the bumps are flattened out of that now. I'm going to take and put the carpet back down on it, and then I'll put the spare tire in there to hold it flat. See what happens. Yeah, the carpet's sitting a bunch flatter now. You can't tell on the camera, and that tire there will hold down the bits that I was spending the most time on. Anyhow, that's another chore done. I think all the chores are pretty near done. A little bit more cleaning to do right there, which I'll get to right now. Yeah, oops, there. Here I am. This is paint by numbers day. So it should be black letters, gold below, and red in here and here. Like everything here should be black. Everything that's red should be black. Everything's black should be gold. And everything gold should be red. Then anyway, that's the way it is today. So I've got one coat on. I just used these paint pens. I got some paint pens they're oil-based paint pens, from Amazon. Red and yellow, and then the black is just that black plastic paint for a base coat. So I'm going to give it another coat with this stuff. Then I'll let it dry, and I'll put a clear coat on it, and then put that on the car. See how that looks. Here, you can watch a bit if you want. Wait a minute. I'll get you set up here. How's that? You see that? You have to be very tender with your hand, so you don't get everything all over the place, right? Sort of dab the paint on. And then when you put a clear coat on, it'll make it so it doesn't wash off too easily. Anyway, but I'm sure you've seen enough of that by now, have you? There you go. Paint by numbers. Yeah, that's 2 coats on there. That actually looks pretty good. And I think I'll let it be now, and then I'll put a clear coat on when it dries off a bit, and then put it on the car. Yeah, there's a first clear coat on there. Now, it seems to have diluted the yellow on these things here, but I think that's the way it's supposed to look anyhow. So that's the way it's going to look. I'll just let it be and just see how it goes. And then I'll wait 10 minutes, put another clear coat on, and then we'll be all right. Yeah, yesterday I left it hanging. I was cleaning up some stuff in there, so yeah, I did clean that up. And I still have to get the lights working, interior lights working in there. That's pending one of these days. And what else? Yeah, I meant to go to the store. I keep forgetting to go and get a light bulb for that. This one over here. So maybe tomorrow I'll do that because I have to go to town. Yeah, tomorrow there might be another addition to the fleet out here, so stay tuned. Might get a preview of what's coming up one of these days. You never know around here. Okay, that's not for now. Yeah, that's 2 light coats and a wet coat. And that's about all it gets for today. That looks pretty nice. I think I'll be happy with that. Now I'll take this one in here and paint it up the right colors. Might use it somewhere. Never know. Okay, that's all for today. Anyhow, because it's I had to go to the dentist today. Got my teeth cleaned. Yep. But then I got to. I have a cavity. Oh my God. Oh well, I'll get that fixed. So there. That'll be all for today, and I'll see you tomorrow sometime. Yeah, so I don't know if I got that or not. There's number 2 done. First coat anyhow. We'll just let it dry for a while. Yeah, so there's 3 coats. Third coat is still wet on that. Now the other, I did it yesterday, but I hadn't let the paint below dry enough and it washed it out. But now if you let it dry overnight, it seems to hold the color all right and comes out nice and shiny. So I need a little bit more on it there. Good wet coat makes it clear across, right? There we are. I think that'll work. We'll let it set now for a couple hours. Yeah, here I am, traveling along, I'm in the Tiguan, my day-to-day car. Anyhow, heading in to pick up a 2003 Mini Cooper S that may deserve saving. Right now it's non-running and I'll have to get a trailer. I think Sam's going to help me out with a trailer to get it home. I'll film a bit of that for next week, but I'll show you what the car is this time, and then we'll see about getting it home next time. Anyhow, along the roads of Prince Edward Island in the rain now, and snow is hopefully going to go away some this week. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, there you go. See you later. It's an Action 3.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, here we're on.
Like a GoPro kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's Norman there. And Norman used to own this car. But now, I'm picked it up for... How long have you had it for, Norman?
I just had it for, well, I guess it was just last summer I bought it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Started into it, yeah.
Yeah. And there's a couple of little spots of,
Oh, yeah.
helpfulness it needs. The birds like it. That's okay. But it looks not bad. It might might be okay by the time it gets back together.
I can see
We'll just wait and see.
a V8 engine in that. Right.
Yeah, Norm will put a V8 in it.
LS swap in her.
Yeah, we'll do an LS swap.
Yeah.
Will it run here one of these days?
That's it. That's entirely it. I know it will. I've had it run, so. Find that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there. It does have a motor. It's nice and clean in there.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we're in Charlottetown, and I'm going to just get a tow truck come and take it away, and it'll deliver it out to my house. Cute little things. 2003 Mini Cooper. Is it an S or just a Cooper?
I think it's an S. It's 5-speed standard.
5-speed standard Mini Cooper S. 2003 variety. Yeah, Cooper. Just Cooper. No S. That's all right. Good enough. There we are.
Alrighty.
There you have it.
Looking forward to seeing it on the road.
Yeah, you'll see yourself on YouTube. Yeah, I pretty near missed out on all this exciting action. We got the tow truck to come. Shaw's Towing. Next stop, Rocky Point. That should do. Thanks very much, Norman.
You're very welcome, Lauren.
A pleasure.
See you now.
Yeah, here it is. It made it. There's Buster. We'll just park it right in here and then drag it around back. Gus is going to come over and give me a hand. Don't you know, me and my helper out here. So I put the
emergency brake lock on there. It rolls easy. The brakes work. I didn't pull the brake to make sure that to see what was going to happen, because I don't know what's going to happen. It seems to be all here. Like, needs some loving. There's some wiring stuff down there. There's a new computer for it right there that I'm not really sure what it does. It looks like there's, well, I can't tell how many kilometers on it or miles. Launch edition 433 500. I wonder what that means. John Cooper signed it over there, so it must be okay. Oh, it's got a stereo and all sorts of like different things like airplane. I don't know what these things do, but I guess we'll figure that out eventually. And it's a 5-speed. Wonder what this does. That must be for the mirror. That must be for the gear shift. The roof liner is in not bad shape. It's got some color to it. The back looks good. So it's even got floor mats, right? And the only break in the seat is like a little bit of seat needs a little bit of help here and a bit of help there. We might be able to fix that. And what else? That's about like the title says, it's a Mini. But it's got a microphone up there for telephone. I don't know what. Must be in there somewhere, likely in the stereo. Who knows? But I think the glass is good. Yeah, all the glass is good. And the motor is underneath here somewhere. With a little thing here somewhere. To open up this. Hang on a minute. Yeah, a little mini motor. It looks the same as the motor that was in the Fiat that we used to have, that little Fiat. It's got oil in it. It smells okay. And Gus, we dragged it down here with the tractor, and Gus said the brakes work, so that's good. That's a good sign. This, not much holding this on. Maybe I can fix that and get it right. We'll figure that out as we go along. Anyway, cool. That'll be not immediately. We won't be jumping right on this one. But I think we're okay. I think it's not a bad looking little thing. Yeah, it'll be fine. It really does, like the stance on it is pretty wide for a little tiny car. Wonder if that's how wide it came from the factory, or if somebody's got some. I guess I could take the wheels off and see if there's a thing underneath there. There might be a thing underneath there. Yeah, there's a spacer underneath there. That's all right. Okay, there's the intro to that thing. 2003 Mini Cooper. That's the first year they came out with these, which is why I wanted a 2003 if I was going to have one. Yeah, okay, now that's kind of fun this afternoon going to get that car. So back to the task at hand. We'll get this onto the front of the car here. I put a couple of coats, well, 3 coats of clear on top of all that, so that should keep it from fading too badly. Let's stick it right there. Okay, I'll get the double-sided tape on it and I'll get at it. There, that looks all right, eh? So there, now I think that's the final touch for this week anyhow. The mostly just working on like printing stuff, eh? So I did say I was going to get this out of here this week, but it was too cold outside to do that. So I found a bunch of little things that needed to be done, and they're done now. Most of them. I think there's still other stuff to do, like this. The door cards are in, and this thing here is on, right? Then I think the door cards were on there last week, eh? Then the gear shift thing I put back in. I put new bushings in underneath there, or one new bushing. And then I've got this, delete the ashtray and put that in there, and delete the radio and put a little cubby hole thing right in there. Both printed on the 3D printer, along with that's 3D printing on there. And the thing for holding on the, up here, holding on the, whatever you call that, holding on the, dear me, sun visor, 3D printed. Oh yeah, then I just put a little strip of stuff down there to keep the door from getting all scratched up. And finished up in the back. I don't know whether, like the, got those things in the back there for covering up the wheel wells, right? What else? Hubcaps are done, finished. All sorts of little things. Anyway, and the last finishing touch is right here, the Porsche badge. I think that's straight. Yeah, pretty straight. So everything is pretty near set to go. I still haven't got a light bulb for over there, which I will get one of these days soon. Now, that's it for this week. So a little bit of excitement with going to get the new thing out there, that Mini. So that's kind of fun. And that'll be a while before that makes it into here. There's lots in front of it. So we'll see how that goes. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed it all, and make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Okay, here it is, February 23rd already. But this year has 29 days in February, leap year. So they've got to make it drag out as far as possible this month. Anyway, a little bit grim today, but supposed to warm up, and then big rainstorm coming through, and then get real cold. But next week is going to get warm again. My helper here is right in the way. Nothing new there, eh? Anyway, actually the beach looks pretty nice today. Ice has floated up from the Nova Scotia side. And there's even an iceberg out there. Not a very big one, but there is an iceberg. First one I've really seen this year. There. Nice and calm. It must be calm before the storm, because it's supposed to get, I don't know, not too windy, but lots of rain and stuff. There it is. Lots of ice now. Well, not lots of ice, because lots of ice would be 8 inches or 10 inches thick. But there's that little ice cube out there, stuck on the end of the sandbar. And a couple of ducks out there. And my faithful companion here. So there you go. Another Friday at Holland Cove. All right.